Today is August 28th. It starts again with another beautiful day. You've seen that blue barrel. That's what Olby was working on to cut the top. But you can still see the lurking clouds up on the horizon. So definitely it will be like yesterday. It will suddenly rain this afternoon. So smoky everywhere in Cebu, like covered with a thin smoke. And here at the mountains as well, so it's still a mucky day, like smoky effect. So I'm not gonna be banking on it's gonna be a nice day all day. So I'm gonna go on. It's 7 o'clock now in the morning. I'm gonna go on and get on to the lads. Oh, 7:15. I'm wrong. 7:15 in the morning. It's 10 minutes to 8 o'clock. We're just going down. I instructed them, you can see them walking down there, to transfer the mixer on a level ground, because that should not be like that. And you can see this is a regular thing that you can see here every morning. It's like people from the city or even down there coming up here for their bike exercise. And these are the amateur ones, but there are usually professional ones, you know, the ones for where they practice all the time. In fact, there's a regular one that comes here all the time, for years, a foreigner that just do his biking over here. So hello, 8 o'clock in the morning, that's when we start working. And today Julito and Junelle, I plan to install all the budget bungalow windows, and the tree, Jirel and Daloy will be continuing digging my storeroom trench. Why? Unsa man ka diya? These are my youngest brother. So they're here. The ground has been so wet yesterday, but because Willie's been leveling it out, it's not so bad. Diri lang ba? Diri lang siya, Dongloy. Diri ba? Para malibil siya, dili siya magbahada. Diri oh. Nga makaagi ang multicab. So, parang libil nga ground ba? Kanaon, diha. Basta di lang siya magbahada. So level ground, so it just don't slope. So they're just taking it out from where it becomes hard yesterday. So they're moving it here. It should be on a level ground here. Diri dong loy oh. Sige. Diri dong. Gamay na lang. Diana? Oh, Diana. Libil naman ni Direpita. Makaagira ay. Farmer Willie will be staying here, continuing clearing the land. We will go back to my castle because Jarrell will continue digging and Daloy will be helping him whilst Junelle and Julito will be installing the windows of the budget bungalow. You can see inside that I have Daloy helping Jarrell with the digging. So it will be finished today. Then when Junelle and Julito will be finished with the installation of the budget bungalow windows, they can make the rebars here ready to be poured on Monday so we can start the storeroom rolling. And here on the other side, you know, I said this is my work area where I store all the materials. I saw old vase, old bee drawing last night, and it's like having a roof or something. So I got excited. I thought it is the roof for my new storeroom they're building right now. All the while, it's not. He asked me, "What do I think of the new gate?" I said, "I like it. It doesn't look imposing, and it's do the job of barrier, but it needs something in the front." So he said, "You know that work area that you plan to do? I want that to be my indoor koi carp pond." So I said, "How about my work area?" He said, "You have your new storeroom, so I want an indoor pond. And anyway, this place, what you're looking at, is so small for a work area anyway." So he said, "My work area now will be across my land. You know the one I'm flattening out? The hill? That one across is what he planned to be my working area. Because like I said, it's more or less 6,000 square meter there. And he will use maybe 4,000 of it. I'll have the 2,000 square meter as my work area. So it will all be gated and all that." And I say, that will be a good idea because I don't want people coming in and out of this gate and destroying the ambience that it's holding, because Old B told me that it will be better to have something like a railing that slides in and out on the front instead of the any roof or column thing, so we can rail all the areas that we're claiming because we actually own the road. I have the title to the road. So I think it is a good idea because as a workplace, I need a bigger space. So this one, he can have this one as his indoor koi carp pond. It's got a very nice view. And anyone who comes over and want to see his koi carp will be very impressed with the view here. You can hardly see Bohol Island right now. But I think I need a bigger area anyway. It's not enough for a work area if I have to store sand and gravel. And I want to have a proper shed, close and with roof for all the materials like tile adhesive or the cement. So right now what you're looking at, like that one covered there, that's the cement. Because if we put it inside my workshop, the dogs will be keep on scratching it. So I think it is a good idea. And about CNU ICU, who told me that to watch Dexter's channel. Actually, Old B has been studying this koi carp pond intensively, you know, before we even get married. And we have a big koi carp pond intended to be a big koi carp pond. But when we get married, we had a child. And so for safety reason, he has to cover it up. So his dream of having a koi carp pond was dishelved, hidden away after all the books and books that he studied before we even met. And I know now I'm nagging him to do a video about his filtration system. We watch Dexter's channel, but I know he can do better, but I know Oldie will be good at his koi carp pond soon, because like I said, he studied this intensively before we even met, and he was on the verge of making his koi carp pond, but we had a child and for safety reason he needs to cover it. But here in the Philippines, we have big areas that we own, so he can have his dream koi carp pond. And when that 6,000 square meter across our property, my house, will be flattened out, he can have what area he wants, as long as I wall it out, and the other area will be for my open air workshop. Then he can put his indoor pond in here, and right across will be the gardens and a proper mud pond. So you will be seeing soon some of his videos about how he will set up his filtration system. I'll make him talk as well, so people who don't really get it yet that about Oldie will soon understand. So this is what's gonna happen here. This is not gonna be my workshop anymore, work area anymore. So look at my dogs on the tiles that I picked up yesterday. They're on top of it now. So that's what will happen here. It's gonna be an indoor koi carp pond overlooking the view. Oh, so what you're looking here is I let Deloy help with Jarrell doing the breaking of the floor here, so we can connect the beam to the column and see how hard a pozzolan cement, when it's dried up, it's really hard. So we're gonna be connecting the beam towards the new beam towards the old column, but we won't be cutting the rebars that run across for the flooring, so it'll be connected to the beam. So Jarrell is continuing to dig. It's almost there. Then they will be putting the rebars later on. Nabuak jud ang bato, Jarrell. So he meet a big rock. Lagi ipatong na eh. So nakuha ra. So there's a big rock where he break it with a big hammer. So that's what hinders him. But now it's broken apart. I'm going down now to check on the BPP and then also the budget bungalow. So you can still see that I got the bamboo in front to prevent all the trucks from backing here, turning around. But what I plan is I have a sliding gate short as the bamboo fence that's in here. There will be a sliding gate here, but that will be a continuing rail towards there on the river. But I'll keep like 50 centimeters from the edge of the road. You know why? I even own the road, but I'll just have to follow to give a 50 centimeter gap. This road is titled to my name, because the road intended should have been there where Deloy's house is. So we can't use our land because the government or the contractor of the government built it in the wrong place. But I will claim the side here and even the side here that I could use. So there will be a railing here 50 centimeters from the edge of the road. Then I will start. Then there will be a gate here. Style of my gate, just the rebars. like this. But it's a sliding short gate just to prevent them from going over here. And then I could cement that side, make it cleaner, and then put the plants on a planter or something. So I'm going down now to check on my village park project, and it's only Farmer Willie working there today, and because I have Julito and Junel on the budget bungalow windows. I'm on my way passing my road project, but I'm going to check on what they've done on the budget bungalow windows. So this is now the roadway, and you can see when it's raining it's gonna be muddy. That's why they're jumping over my fence. So this is how it looks like here on the back, and it's very short. Now you can see they jump over. So let's check how the boys are doing. We have pre-cut all the framing wood yesterday, so the windows will be looking like this, and it's all framing wood, and then the glass will be put in, and then we varnish over. But it seems like the wood that been framed on the windows, you know, the one that Tony installed, got different thickness. Some are thick, some are thin. So Junel has to plane a bit of the wood that is framed there, so it won't affect the windows. But we will install this today. Junel is trimming a little bit on the side of the window so it will fit in together, and while old Lito is chipping a little bit on this framing thing that we have put in for the barrel bolts. We will be adjusting the wood that we're gonna do for framing inside, because the actual jamb that is put around the frame is not square. So we will just do our best to make it look nicer. It's a nice day, but it's still gloomy in the up ahead, but I'm hoping it won't rain. So I'm going down to the city quickly to get some things, a little business on the bank, and some strepsils. I'm gonna get some strepsils and other food for the weekend. So I'll just go out quickly. Today is Friday, August 28, 2020, and hoping that the budget bungalow windows will be all installed. I'm gonna have to buy the handles, like, you know, like door handles, simple door handles, so they can open it in and out. So I'll just pick it up when I go back. So that's it. That's out of my hair then, the budget bungalow. Oh shit. This is the problem, because some of these people are rushing so fast. Like, look, she knows I'm here, but she just still runs so fast. You know, he don't live here. He's just carrying something on his back. You should have go on the side, you idiot, because it's if the roads are narrow, you should slow down. Don't go so fast. I always stay on my side, and I always anticipate. But since we're familiar with the roads, so we know where are the one that we can go. There's a leeway that we can go. if there's a big vehicle that we meet. So it's a very nice day, supposed to be, hoping it will just stay like this. And I pray for all the people that experiencing the storm right now, and in America it's what they call a hurricane. In that part of the country we call that typhoon over here. And hope, please stay safe everyone. Hope no casualties among human lives. Especially my viewers and subscriber, John D, stay safe, and the other ones that's in near where the hurricane is hitting. I'm going in the back roads, but I'm just slowly doing it, driving down. But you can see some of the people are just throwing their rubbish materials in their building, like their diggings here. Look, and some people just scavenge to it to get any rebars or any metal that they can sell for scraps, but it's making the place a mess. So that is one of the problems. It's not even cemented here yet. This is the last bit of road that's been here in Pulang Bato that's not been cemented, because it's still arguing, because this is also a private road owned by those people that live on the side of the road there. They own this one, and they're still arguing about the payment on this. So the government hasn't even attempted to cement this. But hopefully it's only a few meters left. This will be sorted. So someone asked me, what is this one on the right, on the left? This is actually a proposed subdivision. They already had all the roads, all the plots ready, but they have stopped and try to sell the whole project like that, not selling it individually like they plan. I'm here now in Talamban Road. What's this, all the military walking on the street? Are they checking? But you can see that it's a very nice day and people are up and about. Shame to have it rain on this afternoon, but we're always hoping, like every day, that it's changing. But you can see that I just want to show you my way and to share with you the drive, although I keep on showing this to you. But these are all the things that normal way that you see here in the city of the Philippines, like all this traffic. I'm here now in the main Talamban Road, Banilad Talaban. So you can see it's now 12 o'clock, so people are going off for their lunch, and honestly it's not a lot of traffic today, like the normal way it is now. It's just the people that come and go, but you can see it's a very nice day, hot day here, and soon it will change in a few hours like yesterday. So you can see the people that's going to buy the carinderias, you know, the roadside cafes, they're also queuing outside. So I'm going to the bank first. Before I sort my other businesses to do here in the city. So Jollibee now here is now accepting dine-in. More and more establishment, I mean food establishment, is restaurants and takeaways have now accepted more business, and restaurants have accepted people dining in. So like, you know, like my mother, they used to work, they are working in a like food processing, like cocoa and all that. They are now not just skeletal now, they're full-time work. So that's a good news, because that means that a lot of people now are back to normal work, not just skeletal, like 2-3 days a week work. Now they're full-time working, back to their normal job, as demands have started to increase. So more and more are back to the normal factory jobs, the daily 6 days a week, which is good to hear. So people won't be so hard. But the jeepney drivers and motorcycle drivers here in Mandaue are still not allowed to go and do their business of doing commuting, commuters. So there, we are still having buses that replaces them. I'm now here in Country Mall. I gotta have to put up all my gear, which is the face mask and the face shield, because it is now mandatory of all malls here in Cebu that you gotta have to have a face shield regardless of, even if you have your own transport. And I heard, and it's such a big fuss, that soon gloves will be mandatory. And so they will say, the people are now saying, so what's next, scrub suits? So this is now getting stupid. So gloves will soon also be mandatory, like the face shield is now. So I had to go in and get some of my business. I gotta get the load cake and medicines and all this shit, all things that I need here, and also my other banks here. So here I am in a very sunny Cebu, Philippines, here in Country Mall. I am here now in the parking lot of Oak Ridge. They have a building that's dedicated for parking lot, about 4 floors. So I'm here in this L2. Some people like to park outside. They also have a parking area outside, but it's easily gets filled up. But for this one, you gotta go down by an elevator. So elevators is maximum of 4 people only. Go to so there's 4 spaces here. So I gotta go to the Japanese restaurant because their phones are busted. Nobody answers the phone. So they have their nice walkway here. I'm looking at actually their plants. They got these bamboos to get ideas. So you can see, because it's lunchtime, the people are queuing up in the ramen house, Yuchoken. I like the look of this garden here with this bushes been trimmed and then all the bamboos of this kind. I want to incorporate like things like that. So that's why I'm making you show so I could share with you. What are the ideas that I'm thinking of in my garden area in the BPP. There's another one here on this side. Like that. Well, I could put lights as well that lit up, making it pretty at night. I like all these low maintenance flowers. I mean, like this. So I got some of that now, been the one that my neighbor has given me, that red one, to be put on the top back of that yellow green bushes that she gave me. And the potted plants. Look at this bamboo. That's the bamboo I mean when I was talking about some bamboos to be put in my garden. Just finished picking up the Indian food for Old B. You can see that the sunlight has disappeared, now replaced by the rainy clouds, dark clouds up ahead. So like I said this morning, it's a nice day, but I know it's gonna rain soon, and here it is. It's gonna rain for an hour and then it will stop. Like, it's been there for 4 days now, like this is the 4th day. So that's why I'm putting Junelle on the budget bungalow windows, so it's also out of my hair. Then that's it, the budget bungalows, it's complete as far as I'm concerned, and it's up to them to beautify that. They wanna tile it, they wanna paint it, it's up to them. But I doubt if they do anything like that, because they're content to live before in the mess that they had before I change it. So, but the old couple is happy with what they got. They say it's better than what they got. It's just the children that wants this and wants that before, and now it's their problem to sort out the aesthetics that they want. So it's gonna be raining soon, but I'm glad I got out early. It's still 1:45 in the afternoon, but I'm now going back home after all the business that I have to do here in the city. And before the rain reach me, I'm already back in the hill. I'm just buying a cheap door handles for the windows of the budget bungalow. So 10 pesos each handles will be perfect. So I bought 12 pieces of those 10 pesos door handles. That includes the screws. I'm here in the budget bungalow. You can see they have installed one window and this and third one here. So Janelle is already working on the 4th one. There's only 6 windows, so hopefully it's all be installed today, and then we'll color it on Monday. We'll just install it and then color the whole thing the same. We'll just put the glass in as well. So it's good enough, better than the sheets. And then when we paint it, all varnish in and then the glass in, That will go looking good. So that's what the windows look like, and then they have a barrel bolt and a handle in the middle. So Junel is still on the fourth window, and we will just install the glass now so that it won't be covered up anymore with sheets like what you find here. So this is how it looks like with the budget bungalow now. They have their windows and they're working on it. Hopefully it's all installed today, but I think it will. And then we will just varnish it on Monday. I'll just assign one of them to varnish it on Monday, but we will just put in the glass so it can be covered up. So they have done the trench. It'll be the Junel who will be doing the rebars on this one, and then I'm transferring the guys over to the BPP so they can start digging the next slope trench. This is the problem with the former, Tony and Fredo. Look, it's not even square. They don't know how to get a square out of it. They think that looks like square, but look, there's a gap. And that's the problem with most of the windows, is the squaring. So they can just, but for me that's good enough now. They can just put curtains on it. There's the other one. So I told Junel to just do what you can, as long as it looks okay. So the silicone is not immediately needed anyway, like what the lawyer is trying to say. So it can be done when I got the chance to go down. So we're putting on the glass. It needs a little bit of silicone, but it's not an immediate use. So they're just continuing on to 2 more windows and then more wood on the top, because it's just not square. Those cowboys that works here just have no clue about squaring up. So Junel has need to adjust anything that he can think of. So I want to check here on my Village Park Paradise what they are doing, and you can see the budget bungalow from the side of here. It's now looking smarter, even though the windows are not square. But then again, that's good enough for them. What they have before is only bamboos connected together. So let's see what they've done here. They're continuing digging, and look, this is what the progress of Farmer Willie is. So he cleared more. Ana. Farmer Willie has cleared more. You can see he's getting nearer and nearer to the Turners, in which next week he won't be here. He'll be harvesting his ginger finally, and then he'll be back after that. So he only works 2 weeks, and then because he don't want to leave his farm so long. And the two boys here, after digging up the hill, up in my, rather in my castle, is now digging up the continuation of the trench. This is what they done yesterday. This is only serving as a curve for the road. So I just put 3 bars just to make it stronger, but it's only gonna be carrying 2 files of hollow blocks just to serve as a curve. So I know there's a lot of concern that the putting beam won't last and all that. I will be cementing this road when everything, all the building works is done. So na tin wheelers will not be running over a cemented road. So if ever, then it have its proper curing and its proper base foundation. Compacted naturally, and then also we're gonna be tampering it ourselves when we're done. But as of the moment, we're just waiting for it to sink in naturally, tamper itself. And then I could also think about the drainage situation. So look, someone said that having Farmer Willie has changed a lot of my cleaning. Yeah, it's true, I agree. He does work hard and does a good job on it, of what he done. He's good at cleaning stuff. He's also a good cook. Because I have assigned Aloy here for 3 months before, and it seems like nothing's ever done. You don't see this as clean as this. You still got all the growths there. Limpyo na, no, Will. So it's now cleaner, I told him. So you can see the ubi plant is been left by itself. So because it's already got some crop underneath, they will just make it bigger, and then they will harvest it, and then it will die by itself. So here's his last bit, and then all the JTs is now have to be like alone, just the small growth, and then those trees like that, those tree bushes that can't grow back because they uproot them properly. So it will just be short grasses that looking like alone, and then it will be maintained, and he continue on when he come back a week after to the Turners. So all in all, it's still looking good. I'm not really quite concerned like all the faults that you've seen, but the budget bungalow, that's good enough for them. It's not my house. It's better than what they have been used to for so long. So I don't care if it's square. It's their relations, the Tony and Predo. So I didn't realize that that's their recommendation, and it's not even, they don't even know the job. So but in here is more what I'm concerned of. So I'm also casting off the Lord that the muck is becoming so wet, so it has to be better consistency than that. So we will be counting 500 meters, 500 centimeters towards here on the other side. Ade, sakto na na. Sakto na na. Dito na sadta. So that will be the end of my curve. But you can see here, it is looking good. And you gotta realize this is Cebu City area and you got this kind of property. It's seldom you can see this in the city. Very rare. So like Mr. and Mrs. Turner, you're lucky to find this. Anytime you want to go in the city, it just takes you 10 to 15 minutes with no traffic. But with traffic, of course, it takes you about 30 to 40 minutes. Baba. So they're gonna go and start the other one. So so Junelle is opening the windows. So I'll just teach her. Diha ikaduha. Ikaduha Jirel. Diha ka magsugod og 500 centimeters there. Diha. Diha yung sunod kay tunga man.
Dagan na to.
Dagan to ubos.
Diba pasabot ko ba ang kaut na to?
Di mo mag-count ani uy. Aris kilid
Kung pasabot ba nga to?
Dire kana no gikan 500 dito na mo paslope sa mo dito. Paslope na mo. Kada ba
sa to pa ba magbinsa tangan to pa.
Ang slope mo na kada kabilyaan na inyo yun ang sukdan og 500 kay basig maslope sa mo dito sa ubos ug maayo. So I told them you need to measure every rebar there that it's gonna be 500, so it's even 500 centimeters, which is 5 meters. Kana ba? Kana inyo dyan ang sukdal 500 para dili mo mulapas og dako.
Di lang maglinsa.
Pwede ra. Ana dong loy Kana
Kabilya.
kabilya 500 dire. Sunod na sa kabilyaan masunod jud siya ba?
Sakto dai magsukod ito 500, hindi ka na ang kabilya kutob sa dito. Kung asa kutob ang maigong 500.
Ana ra. Para maangay siya ba? So you need to change measure the 500 there. 500. Ana. Para lagi. Pwede diha magsugod ra mo diha. Nya. Unya nang halublak kay naam.
Yabay magkaot sa 500,000.
So that's 500 centimeters. So 5 meters. So they need to clear out the rubbish that they have in there. So this is where they're gonna dig next, the counterpart of the curve from the other side. So we will be pouring it as well, and we will be piling up just a couple of blocks, but it will be countersink on the other side of the curved road. Oh, you can see the fruit that I'm talking about. So that's the fruit of this plant is growing on the branches, and most Filipinos know what it is. In Tagalog, it's kamyas. Here in the Visayas area, it's iba. There's loads on the bottom, and it's becoming more and more. Look, yesterday it's not there, this tiny ones, but now it's got there, and loads there. So I told them it's not gonna be killed, and they said no, it will be just on the side. Mm-hmm. So I'm just picking up some of this maybe strange fruit for you, but this is the Filipinos like this because they're like sour and good for Filipino dishes with bagoong or fish. This is called iba here in the Visayan area. It's kamyas in the Tagalog region. This is the next trench that we're gonna be pouring, so it will counterpart on the side here for the curve of my road, for the slope. So it's just going through the side of the mango and the side of the iba tree. So this is how the budget bungalow looks like outside here on my wall. It's a shame that they still have their hangings over, so you won't see the beauty of it. So like I said, why make a fuss so much about not being square? Even though you make it pretty than it was, they still have to put their garbage over it, so there's no point. So Janelle is working on the bigger window, which is the three panel window. Another thing you notice, we have all the bars extended now, ready for filing for another 4 level of hollow blocks. And then before we go on beam, so we won't be able to see all these hangings like this all the time as we go inside my village park. If it's still reached by 4 level, it's still reached, I could see any of this hanging, it'll be 5 levels like the one on the bottom. It'll be a total of 11 piles, 11 levels. So they're just gonna finish this big one and we'll leave the one in the room for next week. Then we can come back here next week when Junel's back to work. Then he can just paint it over and put the silicone on the glass. But as of the moment, we just finish it with this one. The reason why it's taking so long because the window frames itself is never square. So you can see that the windows is not square, but we will just put additional wood on the bottom and on the top so it becomes square, because the cowboys that used to work here just don't know how to square it all up. So one more window, a pair of windows is left in there. Only the room, so this room where the old couple is sleeping is the one that we're gonna come back on Monday. But here, and this one, and these 2 rooms all have windows now. Dara pa dong.